if you can see these skies. Pretty crazy right now. Yeah, there's been, well, the tornado sirens. It's not like sirens like, hey, there's tornadoes on the ground or anything like that, but warning stuff has been going off. However, of course, it's the best time for poor Whiskey, Hope's horse, to have something wrong with his back leg, but it's wrong enough where we gotta deal with it now, like now. It's swollen, and so the vet's on the way, but so he should be here any minute. These guys are smart enough to stay out of the rain. Well done, guys. Good job, buddy. Let's go see El Wisco and get ready for the vet to be here, because he should be here, well, any minute. You're not Whiskey. Hey. Hi, Sayla. What'd you do with El Wisco? It is so nasty out. Where you at? You're not Whiskey. No, what'd you do with him?
He was in here.
Well, that is not Whiskey.
No. Oh, nuts.
Let's find him. I better put this. Sorry, Sayla, I gotta put this down. What did you take off? You shoot all of the cows in and you took off. Well, I don't blame you. It's nasty out, but the vet's coming. So we got to get you in and them out. Come on, sister. Out you go. Come on. Come on. Out you go. Come on. All right. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Keep going. Come on. I know. You can stay underneath the shelter there. Yeah.
Shoot. Come on. Come on.
Hey, you. Nice nose. Very good looking nose. All right, buddy. I don't have any treats for you right now. But you're a good boy. You'll get some. All right. So while we're waiting for the vet to get here, go ahead and describe what it is that we saw. Because, yeah, I mean, he's limping a little bit now. He wasn't before. That's why we're being quick about getting him taken care of.
Right. So what we noticed is that when we'd go to clean out his hooves, he wouldn't let us clean him out. And he would act like he was going to kick out with that back leg. Well.
And that was yesterday.
Yeah. And so we looked at it, and it looks like there's some scabbing. And then we're noticing that it's swelling, and so we called the vet, and they're on their way to figure out what's going on. So we're not exactly sure what's wrong with his foot. We don't know that if he got hurt or not. Oh, he's on alert.
He's
he
here.
Saw the car. He saw the truck.
Vet's coming, dude.
Yep. This is
High
a different
alert.
vet. This is a different one. Same practice though. Okay.
Yeah.
They'll take good care of you, buddy.
Well, hey everybody. Good afternoon.
Hi. Sorry. How's everybody doing today?
Okay. We're just now barely cleaned up and inside.
Mm-hmm.
That just happened.
Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah.
And there is a big lesson to be learned for anybody homesteading, anybody farming, anybody with animals. There's a big lesson to be learned, but just so you know, he's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's going to be okay. But hey, I'm Brad.
And I'm Christa.
Big Family Homestead. And
I should say I'm exhausted.
Already. And it's what, noon here?
It's barely noon here. Yeah.
It's noon.
Yeah.
All right. So should we dish or should we give the big point first?
Either way,
you want
let's
dish?
Let's dish. Yeah.
So Whiskey's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. He was higher than a kite.
Oh, man.
Just a second ago. Well, he probably still is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
I was holding him up. I couldn't do any video because the vet came out and.
So the vet came out and did his assessment of Whiskey and found that he has, there was some irritation on the back of his foot and some infection. So he cleaned it up, and he had, before he could actually even touch his leg, he had to sedate him. And boy, oh boy.
Even when he was sedated, he did not want him touching that thing.
Did not want him touching it.
He called it something, but basically it's a bacterial infection that got up in behind, like if this is his hoof and this is like the back part, it's up in here.
Right. He called it scratches, and which is a weird thing. It's basically just a skin dermatitis irritation, or on the, it's a dermatitis on the skin.
But it's actually worse than it sounds.
Yeah, it is. He was, so the vet
was big concerned.
He was actually really concerned. He was wondering if maybe there was a wire caught in his foot. And thankfully, thank God, there is no wire caught in his foot. It's just a skin irritation. You know, here in Wisconsin, we have a lot of different weather scenarios. We have snow and ice. We have wet and mud. And currently it's wet and muddy. So that can cause a reaction for a bad reaction for horses if they get a scratch or something like that.
Wet.
And if it's too wet, they can actually even get what's called rain rot, to where if it's wet and then it dries, and it's wet and then it dries, and it's a bad scenario for their hooves. It's
well, and
kind of
here's the combo of that is that. All right, I promise you I'm not dogging on humans, because humans do human things, and well, here it is. A lot of the people use parts of their fields, or used to dump stuff. You'll find cars buried. You'll find people using dryers. They'll get a piece of equipment and they'll scoop a part out, and they will make part of their field their own personal dump.
Yep.
And it's actually, believe it or not, completely legal. There are certain things you're not supposed to dump, but people do.
People do it anyway.
So whenever you have an animal out in a field that you didn't know what was there for the last 50 years or more, you could be rolling the dice on some animal getting a chunk of this or a hooked on that or a, just even recently, I found we were cleaning out an area where they were going to go, and we know these people. We know that they keep very good fences and stuff, but they must have gotten forgotten. I pulled a chunk of probably 50 foot of barbed wire that was just kind of grown under the grass. And so you got to be super careful, because the vet was concerned there is something in the hoof.
Yep. So yeah, and that was what I was going to say too, is, wire can get left, a fence goes down and wire can get left in the ground. It can get caught on the animal's hooves, get caught in their hoof. It's sketchy, and it can't get left alone. It can't get left uncared for. So.
And so kind of the point of the video today is not to be like, woe is me, it's so tiring. It's not. It's more of a lesson in that when you have animals, whether you're a farm situation, homestead situation, even your own home, when an animal goes down or there's a problem, you got to take care of it now. The priorities, your day, your week, your whatever, and unfortunately sometimes your pocketbook.
Oh my. Things
change like that.
An instant, yes.
And if you don't, the repercussions can be fatal or horrible or just not good. How many of you guys have been there? Because I know some of you, I'm seeing by the names in the chat, some of you have animals, had animals. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, okay, priorities are now different. Yeah. And if you don't,
it can be bad. If you don't care for them right away, it can be really bad. Your animal could die. It could be maimed for life.
Unnecessary pain.
Unnecessary pain to the animal.
Well, the first time that Whiskey got, what is that
colic.
thing? I had no idea what was going on.
We didn't either. I had never seen colic in a horse ever. I knew that they could get it, but I never knew what the cause was. Thankfully, Hope knew the signs of colic, and she called it. She's like, I think he's colicking. We need to get the vet out here now. And we were able to get the vet out here within a half an hour. I mean, thankfully
that was amazing.
Yeah, I think thankfully he was finishing with a farm call and was not far from here. So I called. Well, okay. So going back, to when there's an animal that is hurting or is down, it doesn't matter what's going on. Like this morning, we were having really
torrential rain,
lightning, thunder, hail,
tornado
wind.
warnings.
There was tornado warnings. Guess what?
You got to go.
I was already out there, and I've got to get him into a spot where he's safe, dry, and everything needed to be right. And I'm in the barn. Well,
and the way that we look at it is, unless there's immediate danger, you get your butt out there and you do it.
Yeah.
If there's like literally lightning coming down, humans take priority.
Sure.
But
I was in the barn though.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just explaining for people that may not know
True.
what we're talking about is like sometimes, I mean, you don't go running into traffic. But
no, I'm kidding.
But if there's no cars coming, you may want to go across.
Right. No, of course.
It's kind of like that. If there's no immediate danger, you go and do what you need to do.
Right.
But if there is immediate danger, you might want to wait 5 minutes.
Well, yeah. And so when, I'm getting all this stuff going and the storm hit, I stayed in the barn until there was a lull in the storm and was able to get inside, because I'm not going to risk myself. I was safe in the barn, right?
Where are we safe from lightning and tornadoes? Honestly,
let's just say I was safer in the barn than I would be outside.
We're rolling the dice.
We are rolling the dice.
We're trusting God.
Mm-hmm. Ultimately, yeah. Ultimately, yeah. So, yeah, it was, sorry, it was just a really hectic morning. And
you know what is funny? Because Phoebe in the chat is saying, and hi, good afternoon,
right.
Phoebe. Farmers do not get enough credit and support for what they do.
No.
Yeah. And we're not taking any of that credit.
No.
I'm saying we're pointing to the people that are out here day in, day out doing, like, we've got at best what you could call us as like a mini farm.
Sure.
At best.
Yeah. We're a mini farm.
Sheep and a couple cows and chickens and little this, little that. We're not like a dairy.
No. Where there's hundreds of cows.
And I get it. Those people. Hey, Tim. Good morning. Good afternoon for you there, sir. So let's talk about where he's at, because he's in the lockup. Poor Whiskey. And this horse, let's just say he doesn't do jail time very well.
No.
He does not. So this is what happened.
So he's on a 2-week hiatus.
He's in the hole.
He's in the hole for 2 weeks. Solitary confinement.
Solitary.
He has to stay dry and inside for 2 whole weeks.
You want to talk about a horse with ADD?
He totally is. Oh my goodness. And Hope is not here to keep him entertained. So guess who gets to do it? We do.
You bet.
But he's almost 3 years old.
He's a lovable teenage ding-dong kid.
He really is. I mean, even the vet called him a dum-dum.
But
It was really hysterical.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy, but he's a dum-dum. I mean, he's just a
bling, bling,
ding.
bling, bling,
yeah,
bling, bling.
totally. He's just he's a little kid, that's on. He's an ADHD little kid. He cracks me up.
It's like that Mike Myers Saturday Night Live thing where the little kid had too much chocolate and they chained him up to a play equipment. He was pulling it across the yard because he's such a spaz he couldn't. Yeah. It's like Whiskey. He's like, go, 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 go.
Oh, nice. Nice, Phoebe. 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
Oh, my gosh.
That's funny.
I guess the point is, since we're kind of living this part of our life, we don't share everything in our lives, but since we're living this part of our life kind of out loud right here in front of everybody, The lesson is your schedule gets rearranged for you, and you better do it.
Yeah.
Or don't get animals.
Exactly. If you cannot set aside breakfast, lunch, or dinner because your animal is hurting, or an appointment or whatever because your animal is injured, you probably should rethink that. Reconsider, yeah.
Reconsider.
Yep. Yeah.
So, ladies and gents, that's honestly the video for the day, because we got to go back out and deal with it now.
Yeah.
Now that we're all cleaned up.
Yeah, let's go back outside and get dirty again.
That's what's going to happen. Actually, we got to run into town and get some shavings to keep his area drier. It's dry, but it was kind of poopy. You saw it in the video. It was poopy because the cows were there.
Well, yeah, the cows were in there, and I was trying to clean the barn up really, really quick and get him into a dry spot before the storm hit is really what it was. I was trying to get everything done before the storm hit. Yeah, that didn't happen. But it needs to get scraped, cleaned, swept, and then put some dry shavings down.
Well, and we already put some fans on it because it's been raining, it's been mucky, and there's a lot of that you can't deal with.
Right. And we've gotten a lot of rain in a short amount of time.
Yeah. I know some of the people that live around here, like John Zeckerly in the chat, he's south of us by a couple hours, but they get a lot of the same rain we
Storms,
do.
Yeah.
And it's been bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess that's really it, because now we got to go and get some shavings I'm thinking straw is going to be cheaper and it'll do the same thing. But
it all depends on I don't even know what straw is going for right now up here.
We'll have to go see, because we got to get a nice thick mat, get him a nice little bed going.
Yeah, and whatever's easy to clean up. See, straw and hay, it's hard to clean up the poo in that. Shavings might be easier. I don't know. We'll have to figure out the best cost.
Yeah. Well, and part of it that Whiskey's going to like even less is he's moving to a smaller apartment.
He is. He's currently in the barn, which is a 24 by 12 stall right now, and now he's going to move to a 12 by 12 stall.
And the reason for that is because we have cows that go in and out of that place, because that's exactly where we milk.
Yep, we milk in there, and I would have to tie him up and get him.
Good luck.
Oh, it would just be more of a challenge. So
all right.
It'd be easier to move him to his own stall.
Yes.
So
I will say this, that I was kind of helping hold him up.
Literally holding him up.
When he was all like, ooh. And
just think of a drunk child now.
Really, he was hammered.
He was so hammered. It was hysterical.
He was hammered. And it was like, I had my hand like this, and his head and his neck were like this. So let me tell you what, that was getting really, really heavy.
Yeah. And so Brad was holding his neck, I was holding his head, and he was literally shoving me.
Leaning in.
He was leaning in. Sorry, I didn't mean to shove you.
No, you did.
Not hard.
She's a shover. She shoves.
No.
Well, and the vet, who will remain nameless because we don't know if he wants to be in these videos.
No, I know.
That's why we didn't film, because you never know. You want to be kind about it.
Sure.
You don't want to be
And he
rude.
did a great job. Yeah.
Awesome.
He's kind of new to the area, so.
But he's not a small guy. No. So it was him and me and Christa just kind of keep him in the uprights, because he wouldn't lay down. He refused to lay down.
We kept trying to get him to lay down, but he would not lay down at all.
Well, we will give you guys an update, because it looks like tomorrow we had some really good news stories that we were going to share with you. There's some crazy stuff going on in the ag world that will spill into your world. So tomorrow be watching, because we'll probably use some of those stories that are going to affect you. Yeah. But we'll also give you an update on poor Whiskey. Or wait a second, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Since you're technically a lady and I'm technically a lord.
Okay.
Do children become ladies and lords by lineage?
Proxy? I don't know. I guess so.
Because we technically own property in Scotland, We have 1 square foot. I did
I thought it was 10 square feet, but
you're right. No, that's 10 square feet.
yeah.
We did one of those goofy things where I'm not even sure it's legal, but yeah,
probably not.
Lady Christa.
Yeah, they just scammed him out of $120.
Maybe. They send you a piece of paper saying, poof, you got scammed out of $120.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my goodness.
It was your gift.
No, I know. It's just funny.
So, but I wonder, does that mean that it would be Lord Whiskey or a sire?
No, because he's not a sire. He'll never be able to have children.
Fauntleroy. I don't know. Whiskey Fauntleroy.
Yeah, I actually have that book.
Lord Fauntleroy.
Yeah. It's not for me. It's for the kids. But
anyhow, check back tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll give you guys an update. Maybe we'll just give you some of the video of him like,
oh my gosh, it was so funny.
Hanging in there.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys have an awesome and blessed day. We'll catch you back tomorrow.
Strength, the King rejoices, and in your salvation, how greatly He exalts. You have given Him His heart's desire, and have not withheld the request of His lips. For you meet Him with rich blessings. You set a crown of fine gold upon His head. He asked life of you, you gave it to Him, length of days forever and ever. His glory is great through your salvation. Splendor and majesty you bestow on Him, for you make Him most blessed forever. You make Him glad with the joy of your presence. Bow, 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 bow. For the King trusts in the Lord, and through